Alright guys, welcome back. We are now at the section of the tutorial where we will be building the pages and the menus. We'll be adding logos to our website, and we are going to be looking at Elementor, how to make things look a little bit more intuitive, and then we're also going to just customize the website and go about everything. Just remember, if you're always struggling and things like that, you can go back to the lessons and take your time, pause the videos, and follow step by step along the way. You also have the standard operating procedures that I provide, and that will also assist you into making the build much easier. So just make sure you follow step by step as we go along. So at this point in time, I'm going to go over to the website. You'll see here I'm on the page section of the dashboard. We're just going to continue as we were. I'm just going back to the dashboard. We were at the plugin section the last time. This time now we'll navigate to pages, and we'll come to all pages. Okay. Sometimes after you create the plugins, after you've created all the plugins, there will be automatic pages created for certain plugins. Like here you'll see we have cart, checkout, my account, and the privacy policy, the refund and returns policy, and the shop page. These were all automatically created with the WooCommerce plugin. So there has been one page deleted already, which was the sample page, which comes with automatically with WordPress. Okay, so now we're going to add a home page, and we're just going to have a look at that. And what we're going to do is click on add page, and from here we are going to start with the design sections and everything that's fun about our website. So we are going to add the logos in a second, and all of those things. I just want to get through the page section first, and then we will actually add the logos within the workflow, even though the steps says that we will add logos first. So we're going to name this page PDF everything, because it is our home page. So we want our website name as our home page. Over here on your right hand side, you'll find some details as to specific other things about this page, the status, that it's still in the draft mode, when do you want to publish, so you can also schedule certain pages for publishing. And the slag would be the URL that will be posted up at the top. So for example, this here on the top of after the first dash, that is what is known as a slag. So we'll keep ours as PDF everything. And let's see here, there's no parent pages, everything is as is. And then we'll come up here to rank math, and we will type in over here in the focus keyword PDF everything. And this is so that we can target the SEO for Google for the website. So we are doing kind of a little bit of integrated building here. So the better link we're going to leave as PDF everything, and here we're just going to type something about our website. PDF everything is a knowledge base collection for interesting subjects. Here you will find value for diets, money making, and more. Alright, so that's just a little slag, so if someone sees what the website's about, kind of just pulled that out of my thumb real quick. And what we're going to do now, we are just going to click the publish button, and now we have published our first page. So for the website, we'll just go back here to our sitemap, and we'll have a look at what we have identified as the pages that we want to create. So we have a home page, we have a store page that we saw that was already created for us, so we're not going to bother with that too much just yet. We're going to focus on a contact page and an about page. So we'll do it each one step by step, and so we'll just first build the home page. One of the main things that you'll see here is that I've created the logo already for the website. And this is just because it just to save time through the tutorial. There's a lot of ways you can go about this. There's a lot of templates and elements, but here is our logo. Then I've also gone ahead and created background images for the page, and I'll just show you how I did that real quick. So here's different background pages that I've created. On Canva, I just went and selected website, and then it gives me the pixel dimensions of the website page, and I've just created some. I've just named them exactly where I'm going to input them. So this will be my about page background, the store, the contact page, and this will be the home page background image that I want to use. So just to show you guys how I went about doing that, start the page, let's name it just extra, let's call this just extra background. Okay, and then in here I'm just typing in knowledge, and because I'm looking for like knowledge themed images. So let's scroll. I like this book one right here, not even going to struggle. Right click on it, set as background. Then this over here is an element that I've added over, so I'll just show you where I got that. It's just a little block. You could type in at the elements section. See, I canvas changed a bit. Go shapes, and then you can go click a square. I put this right over here, put it right over there, select the color, come to our brand kit, select the brand kit, transparency 50%, enter, done. And then we've created the background image. I'll show you how we do this, all of this, how we embed this into the website. So to go ahead and do all of those things, we are going to, before we edit with Elementor, let's just go back one step quickly, because sometimes these things are, you want to do things a little bit here and there. So let's just go ahead and navigate to the settings. We'll go general. Okay, and then we'll select the site icon. There's no folders just yet. That's okay. Let's create a folder. Okay, sometimes the work bounces in between, but this is just so that you guys can also be a little bit more flexible with everything. So I'm just going to upload the images of the website, transparent backgrounds. Call this PDF everything. It's very important to put in alternative text and things as well. This will help with search engine optimization. This is how it will look up here on top. We'll select crop image. I hope you guys are learning something. Alright, and then we are going to come over here to the appearance tab, and we're going to click on customize. Okay, we are not going to customize too much at the moment. I just want to add the logo into the website so that when we create the home page and we edit the home page, that we can see more or less what we are working with, and that we know the direction that we want to take with this home page. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here to global, we're going to come to colors, and we are going to set our brand kit. Okay, so let's see if we have something similar to ours that is similar, but we're not gonna go with that. So what we're gonna do is we are just going to add our colors in here. So we're gonna come over to Canva, go over to brand, let's actually just do this because you can edit the color from here. Double click it, why can't I select the color? Technical difficulties, guys. Just to show you as well, I'm not perfect. None of it is perfect, but we get through it together. So let's go select the brand kit. Can't find our colors. Where's our colors? Here's our colors. Oh, we're not gonna click on that now. Okay, it seems like I'm not gonna get to copy and paste, so what I'm gonna do is book and pen. I'm going to just write down my color schemes, that way I can add it into the website. So FEB3E4, the next one is AD266F, the next one is FEFFF1. I'm not gonna worry with those, are the same. The next one is 253924, and the last one is 4C9045. Alright, very simple. So now we'll just come back to the website here. Okay, main color, add the letter FEB3E4. Boom. Next, alternative brand color 9326 6F. Headings color 253924. 253924. Text color, let's keep our text white, so FEFFF1. Primary background color, let's try FC9045. FC9045. Alright. Okay. Those are going to be our colors. We could switch it around if we want. Alright guys, at any point in time. And let's see what we're going to do when it comes to selecting the colors that works the best and that looks the best. Okay, so we don't have to always sit with the same colors. We can switch it around, and that is the beauty of all of it. So we can decide what is going to work for our website and what doesn't before we start building the site. Let's see what is going to be a smooth idea. I'm liking this as the accents. I'm liking this a little bit more than anything. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna stick with for now. And if it needs to change, it can change. Okay, so we're not going to also worry too much. We're gonna make this clear, that way we have no borders ever. Our board lines are clear. Come back here, come back. Let's head over to the heading, site and logo. Let's select the logo. Fun times. Logos. Select the file. Make it fit. Okay. So there's our site logo now. And now we can decide we want to remove the site title completely, and we also not want to make the site title visible to anybody, and then we take that out. Okay, you can also adjust the size of our logo and make it fit more appropriately, make it more legible. What other measurements do we have on the pixels? Let's go to 160 then. Then I like to do this. I like to bring everything to the bottom menu here and not work on the top menu. Okay, and then I like to also, let's just design the elements for it. I'm gonna make the background transparent, that way it will all blend in with the back, and we'll leave the menus on as is. Let's just change the border color. Okay, 0 border. Awesome. So you can see now our logo is blended away, so that means we need to change our background color rather, instead of changing where we want that orientation. Okay, so we're going to come back to global, go colors, I'm going to scroll here to site background, and let's just see what happens if we hit the reset buttons. Okay, this should be changing in a second here. I think it might be freezing a bit. There we go. Okay, so it's came back. Let's change the body color, the text color, to the dark green. That's also fine. So we're gonna go with this. Alright. Let's go with this. Then we'll go back. Now we're going to go back to the header. You can also just hover on here and there should be an edit button there, and then if you click the edit, it should take you directly to the thing that you want to edit. So here we're at the menu. I'm trying to just change the menu color. Okay, text we said will be those dark colors, and we can change the accents when we highlight above the backgrounds and things like that if we want as well. So for now I'm just going to leave it so, because we will come back to edit this again in a second. We are just optimizing it for the website at the moment. So I'm going to actually also just increase my the width of my logo a little bit more. 180 looks better for me. And then I'm going to come back. We are going to go back again. So we've done the header now. Now we're going to focus on the footer quickly. Okay, so we'll click on the gear here, because you can see here where it's running. Okay, design. Okay, background color. Keep it the same. Border. Take it away. general. Okay, so now we need to come to the text. Let's go design, text color, change the text color, go back. Users theme is users powered by trailer media val, which is my this is our media company that builds the websites. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to link it. And I'm going to put the website in here. And in this way, if anybody comes to the PDF website and they want to say, oh, they like how the website look, who built it for them, they can click on there and it will actually directly take them to our website where we actually have built the thing for them. Okay. So we'll go back again. Back once more. Let's check some more things here quickly. Okay, we're gonna not worry too much about the menu right now. We just wanted it to look like this. I'm gonna hit publish. So now that we have our color scheme set, we set the logo, we can actually now edit the page correctly without feeling guilty on how and where everything will be orientated. And let's go ahead with that right now. So once you've published, you can leave the customization section and we can navigate back over to pages. Okay, here's our page that we have created. Let's click edit. There should also be an option for you to click edit with Elementor underneath it. If it isn't, then you just click edit and then come here and select edit with Elementor. And this will now put us into the editing section. Okay. Guys, it's important to constantly go back and look at where you are in your steps to make sure that everything still aligns with what you're trying to achieve as well. Just because there is a lot going on and you might be hopping here and there between everything. That is kind of why it was important for us to create this sitemap in the beginning, so that when we are looking back at the website and the page, that we know exactly what we have to build and why we are building what we're building for the website. Alright. So it's important to have something similar. You don't have to use the Canva, but it's important to have something like this so that you can follow your own path and progression through the build and be able to easily come back, because actually today is the next day and we're just picking up where we left off. So it's very important to be able to do that. Okay, so while Elementor is loading, we are just going to tell ourselves, have one more look here. We know we have the menu and the logo set up now. We sorted that. So now we need to put in head text, titles, we need to put in background images and a button. Alright. So let's come back here. And you'll see, we know our button needs to go to our store page. The store page has been created already with WooCommerce. Sometimes the button that you want to use or redirect to is not available because you haven't created the page yet, and then you just create the button as a ghost and then you can go back, create the other pages, come back to the button on the home page and then set it. So those are just things that you would have to work, be flexible with the customization, or going into customization settings, back to editing page settings. Those things constantly will bounce in between. So what we're going to do firstly is we are going to go to the page settings. We'll come here, hide title. That is going to remove the PDF name from everywhere, which is what we want. We are going to style this, and then we are going to go and select the background type. Okay. Then after background type, we are going to come and we are going to select the images, and this is where we are going to upload images into the website. Okay. So from here we are going to go select background images, come here and upload. Alright, I have already created all of them, so I'm just going to upload all of them at once. Makes it easier. Then they're all already onto the media file. Much easier for us to get in from there going forward. We'll just give a moment for these to upload. Alright, so once you have uploaded the images, let's find the one we are going to use. Make sure you always use alternative text, which is important. That's going to always help your search engine optimization. And you always want to make sure the alternative text is the exact same as your focus keyword as well. And then we are going to set the settings for this image. Okay, before we center it, we're gonna no repeat it, and we are going to cover it. Okay, so that will make sure that the image will expand with our container consistently and fill the entire website's image. If you want to position, like we can position center of the image, we could position top center of the image, or we could position the bottom center of the image, and that will always keep it aligned, so that when you have the thing set up like that, it works. Okay, you can also always click that button just to make sure everything fits with inside the parameters of the site. So then from there we are going to come and we're going to add a grid. Okay, and this will be our main section that all of the other information for our website will go into on this home page. And we're going to do a static page, so we're going to come here by the minimum height, select the container, navigate to edit container section, minimum height, change the pixel to VH, change that VH to 60. What that is going to do is it is going to create a solid home page for you to work within, that is also not going to impede into the it won't impede into the image, and it won't have any scroll effect on the website when you are actually done building it. So like our other website building websites, let me just show you where you bought the course from. Being funny because I typed it wrong. Okay, so creating that will create this static image effect. Alright, then we said we needed a title in our home image, so we're gonna go into the container, nice section. Then you'll see here I have created some types of container layout sections for you for certain pages. Here we are going to add a container inside the section. Make sure you have the container selected. Here you have the option to look at the structure, so this will be our main section. This is the container inside the section, and we are going to be building inside this container and not the section itself. Alright, that's very important to be aware of and to be mindful of that. Alright, so now that we have the container selected, okay, we are going to come and we're going to add here. We said we need a title, so we're going to add heading. Then we said we also want text, so we'll add text below that. And then we said we're also going to want to have a button, and then we're just going to add a button there. Okay, so that is that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to send, we're going to justify all of it to the center, because this is all of this is in one container now. Let's put the button in there as well. Sorry about that. So the button, all of this is in one container section now. Okay, so you can now play around with that if you wanted, the flow, all of those things, the alignment. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my container again. I'm going to select the section,